Well, that was unceremonious. It cut me off. It's not a good feeling, it is not a good feeling. It just, a feeling that I'm gonna remember this week. I'm gonna remember this week for the rest of my life as, I say that. I don't know if the fork in the road is the same. We said parteaguas, un before and after. It's the same before and after. That's just how scary this shit is. Yes, it was, that's alright. People felt like crucifying the guy. People felt like, whatever. Okay, but we all signed up into this politics bullshit. But we all signed up. Remember, we all signed out, and we all, because it's a tacit agreement in the entire humanity. Oh, I missed the bees. I guess they're coming back. I just remember, oh, that's a fly. You can go, you're dismissed. It's humongous, that's why I thought it was a bee. So, because of there should be like at least one or two boundaries with anyone who is invested in certain titles as president of a country. I really feel like, I don't know, there gotta be boundaries. There gotta be boundaries. Even if whatever, it's a cool whatever, there's gotta be like something. There's gotta be something. Come on. I can stay here the whole week talking and arguments on how he disqualified himself for doing so many things, but that's never going to change the fact that we all know in our hearts that people being fed up with politicians in this corporation they call a country. Even like, I thought about that son of a bitch, Ronald Reagan, an actor, the Terminator, the Governator, how people, they it's not like overnight. It's not overnight. It's just that, we all know that all the politicians are like the comedians, they have a code of honor. They have like, they're not going to go all the way. Like the wrestlers, they got a code of honor. They're not going to like really kill each other, right? They know how to fall. They know when to fall and all that shit. So, and yesterday, we crossed the line that, it destroyed all the hope for any, especially any developing country. Any developing country. Can you imagine? They've done it. When they attempted to, a coup in Venezuela 20 years ago, with Commander President Hugo Chavez, and that's what they did. That's what they did. You know, they he was giving a speech, and first they removed the sound. No, first they split the camera as he was speaking. Look how powerful it is. And they've done it to several others, you know. I think Salvador Allende in Chile. You know, it's a whole American, you know, Mossad, or Mossad, I don't know how you pronounce that shit. That, I mean, I don't know. That's why, you know, they write these protocols, and not only you know, it was very troubling that they took down his account. I think even Facebook had already closed his account. I didn't even know. So so one thing is that, and you know, that is like, you go like, what? A president who actually represents the millions of voters in this corporation called the United States of America? I mean, like, are you kidding me? And that's the trend. That is the trend. The most sacred element in politics, whatever, aka, you know, democracy, is the vote. That is where we all signed up, you know, tacitly or you know, whatever, you know. I mean, some of us actually took civics in school, even when we didn't understand shit that they was talking about. But you know, that silence. I mean, like, that, you know. And I'm almost sure that right now they're in DC, you know, wreaking havoc with the protest. But I don't think there's going to be a single protest for these social media platforms crossing the line. You know, like the crackers say, you know, the help took way too many liberties. That's what it is. They are the help. All these YouTube, Twitter, whatever, they got fat. They got fat, or they got fam, whatever you want to count Microsoft. They are just platforms. They don't have any hierarchy in society. They're just a platform. They are not the journalists. The journalists, yeah, it's a protected class, but not the platforms per se. I don't think, because they're new. I don't think it's been legislated yet. I don't know what's been legislated on platforms. And but it's like, wow, what if it's really important? What if it's just for these little snooze, we all lose? I mean, what else can we tell them? These platforms. Oh, you should not do this, you shouldn't do that. They did that to the fucking president of the United States of America. I mean, that shit is unheard of. Imagine, like, what would have happened if that, whatever, faggot, remember, like, we used to come out, heary, blah, 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 blah. Imagine that all those, they get taken down. That was the declaration of war. that would have been a declaration of war if you touch any of those things. The hairy people, you know. And now it's just like, and that's why he's become who he's become, because he is experiencing. I don't think, of course, it's gonna change, but he's experiencing the American way of silencing, spinning everything, whatever the target, because that's it. You know, he's a target. And, you know, that to me, that's all I want to know. That's all I want to know, you know. If a leader represent, you know, 20 million votes, 15 million votes still, it gotta be respected, because the vote is sacred. The vote is sacred, even in the United States. So, that was not cool at all. But that's how the demon rats, they've been working the masses. The most hateful, the most horrible, the most this, the most like whatever, like, bitch, please, is like, he's not the one who took 60% of our land. Yeah, well, he forced us into signing that freaking TEMEC, that freaking treaty. Yeah, that's fucked up. You know, that's not a good treaty for us. You know, I mean, he put a gag on all our technological development. It's a technological apartheid that's happening, that's been happening in Mexico for decades, exactly 100 years. Just look it up. Look up Bucareli treaties. The Bucareli treaties. Look them up. And you see, you know, we've been Palestine way before Palestine. So, you know, people who like so ignorant, they say, oh, you know, the Palestinian of Mexico. No, it's the Mexicanization of Palestine. Come on. That's another thing that, you know, there's a whole campaign that anything that comes from Latin America, it's not worthy. It's not good enough. It's this, it's that, it's whatever, you know. And I'm talking about like even those ADOS, Aboriginals and all that shit. If you was from here, you would not be attacking Mexicans, first of all. If you was really Aboriginal. You know, you will not be celebrating Thanksgiving. You're stuffing your faces like a pig. You will not be like, you know, it's a scam. It is a scam and I want to help you. I mean, I don't care. I love you a lot. I love you dearly. And you know, I really, when I became a disciple of the Honorable Malcolm X, I became a disciple. And I signed up for what he stood for justice, economic justice, and social justice, all kinds of justice, reparations, economic justice, reparations for our African American brothers and sisters by any means necessary. I signed up. You know, and of course that's the logical way. Because I know they come out with some freaking plans that is actually suicidal for them. Suicidal for them. I mean, you have some African Americans declaring war on Latin America. Shit, they're talking about like 500 million against what, 50, 60 million African Americans? Even if you was together with your African brothers and sisters in Brazil and Haiti, you still would be crazy to declare war and to talk shit about us Latin Americans. So I say that as a warning, not from me, because you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn. There's some of your leaders, you know, the ramble fish. They just want to be cool. They just want to be cool. And you know what happened is like it seemed like it's working the opposite. You know, when I was on Instagram, I saw Brother Polite with some freaking crack whore, Hispanic bitch, something. Skinny as fuck. I was like, what the fuck? He got all that shit from the garbage. You know, it's like the more you talk shit about Latin Americans, the more obsessed your men become with us. That's stupid. That's stupid. You're being played again over and over and over again, and you still keep falling. I mean, like I say, you have to always consider that these crackers, they know already a lot of shit about us, unfortunately. They know that we know about their double, their triple, their quadruple reverse psychology. Because that's what they use. That's what they use against us. And they use, like, you know, they might use double reverse psychology for Latin America, and then for African Americans they use triple reverse psychology. And we gotta be on top of that. We gotta be like, you know, okay, what is it? It's a game of chess. We gotta study them. We should have had you know, people just studying their patterns, the way they move. You know, I know it's a joke. You know, to watch the cracker moves. You gotta say, what moves? Cramps. That's the only way. That's the only way they move. But I don't know. We'll see tonight when I get home. I see my PCP today. Every 3 months. I'm glad that it is today and not later on. I don't know. He seemed to be kind of cool. You know, thank God for guilty people. That's the only time we gotta take advantage sometimes. When people, they feel guilty, they feel sorry for us. So I have to be like, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm gonna trust him or anything, but I don't know, I might be wrong. They might show up in my house with an injection. And here I am saying that it's not too bad. Not too bad. You know, I mean. And then your governor, you know, the Italian mafia, the Cuomo say he's not going to get an injection until the poor, the Hispanics, and the blacks are vaccinated first. I'm like, yeah, smart guy. Smart guy. I'm not gonna like, oh hell no. Oh, remember when I think it was Brangelina? They said we're never getting married until the damn faggots are able to get married. And they are able to get married. They were like, I think they split. Didn't they split already? I don't know. I looked once in a supermarket, a magazine. But you know who they go to? I mean, like, I don't know. Can't believe people are still following celebrity couples. The sun is everything. I'm like, yes. It's not really that hot enough, but so I'll let you go so you can continue to be whipping for your master's house. Capital. Oh no, don't break the chairs. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. I'm like, oh gosh. It's like George Floyd protests all over again. You know, worried about And one of the videos that they erased, it was this bitch saying that these financial institutions, they got hit in every major city during this protest. They all got destroyed from the same financial institutions. Coincidence that the protests, they hit the same branches from the same branch. I mean, like, it's stupid. This bitch was talking about how strategic it was, the fires and the looting and the properties in some of these cities. They say that's a classic real estate maneuver or tactic, to do a takeover, have riots. I mean, everything, but keep watching Love and Hip Hop.